Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. Wanted to hop on here real quick and say hello to everyone. We've got a couple of topics I want to go over today, including our Father's Day giveaway coming up super soon. We're getting really excited about that. We just broke the 4,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and we're just crazy excited about that. I would have never have imagined 4,000 people would have wanted to see this type of video, our work, our passion. And I'm hoping that we will gain more, and each and every one of them, you mean the world to me. You really do. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so now. Also, they tell me if you hit that notification bell, you will be notified every time I get on here and talk to you. So again, we love you and we really thank you for that. It's been very humbling, and I'm honored to have your subscription. And I will continue to work hard to keep it and to earn others. So we wanted to talk about the Father's Day giveaway coming up really soon, just within the next couple weeks ago, depending on what time you see this. It's going to be June 10th, June 11th, somewhere in that neighborhood, 2020. So I know this video could be out there for many years to come. So we're having a Father's Day giveaway here in just a couple weeks. We're actually going to give away a brand new spanking X-Jet, some bunch of O-rings, and perhaps a little something else I'm going to throw in there. In addition to that, a 30-minute free coaching call with yours truly for whatever that's worth. I'm going to be happy to walk you through any of our secret marketing techniques, some of the equipment that we use, whatever you want to talk about, we can very well do that as well. So 30 minutes of free phone conversation with me just to help you train, get you up and running. And then if you got a little question or something after that, always feel free to reach out. So we are really looking forward to meeting that winner of the Father's Day giveaway. And again, that is happening June 10th or the 11th, whatever day I'm off, and we'll get that uploaded and announce the winner that day. To enter the contest, you want to go back through the YouTube channel and look at the first Father's Day giveaway video that I post. It's 7 or 8 videos back down, depending on whenever you're watching this. And comment on that video. Watch the video for instructions, obviously, to make sure you're doing it right. But comment, likes, you got to be a subscriber, and you got to be a real dude. So real persons, please, no fakes. So anyway, I want to talk about a couple topics that I get quite often. I don't mind answering them, but I figured if I made a video on it, some of the guys out there could watch this, and then if we do get a chance to talk, maybe this is something that you already know, and we don't have to waste a little precious time talking about something that I can tell you right here and right now. First one is our surfactants, what type of surfactants we use. And it's changed over the years, to be honest with you. Years ago, I would use, like roof snot, which is nothing wrong with it. It's really good. I've used Slow-Mo. I've even used dish soap like Gain when I was completely out. They had a manufacturer here locally that was making some citrus-based surfactant. I was getting it. It was all decent for sure. I had no real reason to change. The biggest thing was availability. So if we call one company and trying to get a couple cases of surfactant over to us and we needed it quick, either they were closed for the weekend, there was no website to order, how all that goes. So convenience was the deal. Now here recently, I have switched surfactants to Southern Draw, and that's with Cody at Southeast Soft Wash. You can check his website for price and availability, and go from there. But we have some of that, and we've absolutely fell in love with it, to be honest with you. We have been using it ever since we got it. We got 4 jugs of it, 4 gallons come in a case, I believe, and we about on our last one. So we're going to be really soon ordering a couple more cases from Cody. And what we liked about that particular surfactant, it seemed to me, and I don't know, you would have to ask him if it was meant for it, but it seems to me that it was covering our bleach scent up a little more than the others. Just my personal opinion. It was very good formulated for soft washing, which we love, but we've also used it on other things. Heck, I even washed my truck with it. So and don't tell him if you see him. But yeah, I told my guys, I said I love the smell so much. I think I'm gonna put a cap full in the washer. But I don't know how that would work out. Don't try it. I don't know. It might suds up the whole utility room, huh? But yeah, so Southern Draw is what we've switched to here recently. We like it. It's got an awesome smell. Our rinse as well. It's got a lot of suds in it. So we really like it. So we're going to keep using that. So now surfactants are, it's to each his own, I guess, if you can say. I know some guys that use very little surfactants on a roof. They use basically just straight SH, but I just don't quite tend to do that myself. I like a little bit up there. That way we can see where we're spraying, and also it does help it clean a little bit. And more importantly, when that runs off the roof, that if that surfactant is sudsy and it's visible, it's a lot easier to spot and for you guys to catch that runoff. Versus just plain water. Sometimes that can get by and you don't even know it. And you can see it on the ground. When it gets on the ground, you say, oh, okay, there's some spillage and we need to attack it quickly. Whether if it was no surfactant in it, you would never know that the ground was wet with your SH solution. So it's a lot of reasons why we use surfactants, and that's one of them. The other question that we have is about insurance, and insurance is a real sticky situation for some guys. Is it required by law? Not that I know of, and I think Jason just did a video on this 2 or 3 days ago when I was doing some research on it. I ran across his. It could be wrong. It might have been recorded before that. I don't know. But I don't think insurance is required by law, but man, it's sure a good idea. So think about that. The workers' comp, the same thing, especially if you're working by yourself. I don't think you have to have it. I think you do have to have it once you get employees and subcontractors. Again, I'm not an insurance specialist. I'm not an insurance agent, but I do know I've always carried my workers' comp and my general liability, and I think you should too. Just my personal opinion. I've been doing this for 26 years, and I've seen a lot of bad things happen to people that didn't have insurance. Thank God, knock on wood, we've never had no major incidents. We did have a few. We burned a couple bushes back here recently, and it was around September 2018. We burnt a really beautiful little tree, and it was our fault. The spray was going over the cap of the roof, and we didn't know it from the angle that we were. The wind was catching it. And for 30 minutes, this little bush just caught hell, and it didn't survive, unfortunately. But we did go replace it. It was a couple $100. I'm not a landscaper, so the little tree was a couple $100. And the guy that does landscaping, I'm good friends with him. Actually, I trade a little work for him. He was gracious enough to go dig it up and replace it. I just bought him a lunch, so we were lucky for that. Otherwise, that would have probably been another $200 or $300. To have a landscaper go out there and do it. So we got lucky there. The people got their bush back. I didn't have to make an insurance claim, and I wouldn't have on something that small. And all was good and done. So another time we probably would have needed insurance, where we tapped a window with a rock at an Office Depot years ago. It wasn't too long, about 4 years ago. And let me tell you how that went out, if you want to hear the story. We were surface cleaning at night, storefront, shopping mall, 2 a.m., tired as a dog. I mean, been working all day, working all night, and we failed to sweep off the sidewalks or blow the sidewalks off before we surface clean. And guys, if y'all doing storefronts with windows in it, please do yourself a favor. Take you an extra 10 minutes, take your backpack blower or leaf blower, whatever you got, sweep the whole storefront off. Don't leave nothing. Go around the columns, blow it all off, get in the little cracks, the seams, and that's where I think this one came from. We were surface cleaning. It pulls it out of one of the little seams, and bang, shot it out towards your window. Especially, it's kind of weird. One rock gets thrown. There's, probably 10% of the storefront was little bitty small windows, but the rock hits the biggest, most expensive window and went through the window into the store, knocked some stuff off the shelf. Of course, the alarm goes off, and there was glass everywhere. I mean, it looked like it snowed glass from the heavens. It was just a mess. Police show up. They chuckled about it, but it was a serious ordeal for us. $1,200 later, and 3 hours of push broom and meeting the manager at 3 a.m. in her pajamas was an awful night for us. She was upset. We were upset. We had to stop work. We lost productivity that night. Major $1,200 window the next morning. First, it's these glass companies, man. You call them up and say, "Hey, I need a window replaced," and they said, "Who you with?" Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting. "And what window are you replacing?" Office Depot. They know right there what happened. So I think they kind of got me a little bit. But I said, "Look, we need a window in here by noon or else," So I played my hand wrong. I probably should have did something different. It's $1,200 for this window, but we was up and running. That we finished the job actually. We continued working the next night, and we paid for that one out of pocket. Now anything probably over that $1,200 mark, even that $1,200 mark, I was thinking, should I or should I not? That sort of thing. But I went ahead and fronted the money out of pocket. But probably anything over that, I probably would have did an insurance claim. That was another question I get often. What is our deductible? I usually run about a $500 deductible, just in case, something small. I'm not going to do that. And it makes my premiums a little cheaper. But yeah, anything over that $1,000, $1,500, I'm probably doing an insurance claim. I guess every case is a little different, but it can get expensive. You got 2 or 3 of those claims in a row. But fortunately, we haven't had any claims, knock on wood. If there is something that comes up major, we got our insurance for it. I have heard of this. I don't know the guy personally, but I kind of know him personally. He's up towards Connecticut. I'm not going to say his name. About 3 years ago, he power washed this beautiful building. And actually, I was helping him with it a little bit on pricing and things like that. Well, he washed it, and the building burnt to the ground that night after he had washed. And it came back to some kind of way, fire marshal, whatever, claimed it was an electrical fire, I guess after the investigation, some type of electrical fire due to water intrusion. And he was out there, so there was no denying that. So that was, for him, he had insurance. I think it was like a $500,000 claim. And then I don't know if he was completely at fault or, if it was happenstance or whatever. But the deal is, you go power wash a house or a building and something happens to it, and you was the last professional that worked on it, they're going to be looking at you really hard. So please think about that before you deny insurance. So my strong recommendation, again, is to carry the insurance, especially general liability. And the limits of it can be to your liking, to your specific need and location, and the type of work you're doing. So, if you're doing little small residential homes, you probably wouldn't need $2 million worth of insurance. So that covers the surfactant, that covers our insurance. And one other thing, getting a lot of questions on is our Downstream Ejector. We usually buy that from Pressure Tech. No particular reason. Again, I don't know them, they don't know me, but I just kind of like the way they handle my orders. You can also buy these Downstream Ejectors from many other places, the Pressure Wash Store, you name it, just Wash Mart. I've ordered it, different places. Rush from Southside, he's another good guy. But there's a lot of other guys out there that's selling this equipment, and feel free to just do a Google search. The main thing is just getting the one that fits your machine. So, find out which one you need. If you're running a 4 or if you're running a 3, maybe you're running a 5.5. So get the Downstream Ejector that fits your machine. And I always recommend picking up 2 of them while you're there. That's always a good idea. So other than that, also I want to just mention again that Father's Day giveaway, June 10th and 11th. We're going to be doing the drawing probably on the 10th, probably upload the video somewhere around the 11th. The reason why I'm doing it a bit early is so you can have it for Father's Day, hopefully. And if you want to join that, again, go look for the Father's Day giveaway paperwork. Listen to me. Go look for the Father's Day YouTube video that I posted a few weeks ago. and join it from there. Otherwise, if y'all need my help, my number is 95345-0778. I'm Billy Davidson, the owner of Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting, and we'll talk to y'all soon.